green box, we have a live counter. Going to assume that means we are live. Very soon we'll be, and that means welcome back to the Storytime Network, where the co-hosts finally have sound.
Woohoo! Other than remembering how music works.
As it turns out, all we needed to do was stream the actual game on Discord rather than share the screen. Wish we'd known that, 6 months ago for Mass Effect, but hey, it's done, we're figuring it out. Now it's time, though, for more Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Edgeworth is on trial. Edgeworth be on trial, if I recall correctly, from before Christmas.
For murder, yes.
Yes.
I mean, of course it's for murder. This court doesn't... Phoenix doesn't take any other cases than murder.
He does one time. One time.
That just makes it all the more notable as an exception.
I want to see him take the case of the dude accused of publicly urinating.
Yeah, but that's not nearly as dramatic as a murder.
Yeah, but it's also just as fun.
Look, you want me to tell you when we see the non-murder case?
Go on.
How do I say this? It happens in Game 3.
Oh God.
God damn.
Also, there wouldn't be quite as much pressure if we were defending somebody accused of publicly urinating, because I doubt even Japan sends public urinators to the chair.
Look, at
I
least
don't know, man.
it's not Singapore, but I'm pretty sure they might.
Anyway.
Oh god, Singapore and their ridiculous penalties.
I do remember when I had a stopover in Singapore with a rugby tour on our way to Australia, we were told, do not drop anything. Do not chew gum. Do not drop gum. Do not litter anything.
Yeah, they kill them.
You can literally get executed for chewing gum, which is insane to me.
Manfred von Karma?
Yep,
Manfred? Hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. Admittedly, by practicing in Japan, he's a bit on easy mode. I mean, Los Angeles.
You'll understand why this is a problem.
He is a god of prosecution, right? A god! But what is a god to a non-believer? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything! Oh no! We might have taken a break, but we're back to the good old innuendos.
Oh my!
Honestly, Bill, would you want anything less?
No, but just I'm now just imagining, because it's the dude with the visor, isn't it?
Just keep going, friend.
Okay.
Assuming it's the guy with the visor, I'm just imagining him just like under the judge's robes. Oh, you dirty boy, Phoenix, accusing your boyfriend of
solicitation.
Yeah. I mean, he'll really do anything.
Look, this game knows what it's about.
Oh, God. He told me what it really means to prosecute.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
We're off
sorry.
to a great start here.
I can't stop.
Don't you love this game, guys?
Oh,
It's oh my!
Oh, God. It seems Maya's not a fan of the yaoi.
No,
Or
she's
picturing
not
the
really
judge
hard-
naked.
Maya's just not a fan of the really hardcore
You
stuff.
is your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth? Something like that. You made me call him Daddy, I think, a few times.
That is right. That guy is a creep.
No.
Maya, what part of hasn't lost a case do you not understand? I'm willing to bet he'd prosecute his own mother.
I'm willing to bet he already has prosecuted his own mother.
Well,
He has, actually. He actually has.
well,
Oh my
she shouldn't
God.
have been soliciting.
And also, his wife, and honestly, his own daughter if he had the chance.
The
He's
fuck?
kind of horny for getting guilty verdicts. It's the only way he comes.
My.
Speaking of Mia, Mia, when are you gonna, come down from the pearly gates and help me out? Right, what are you talking about?
I mean, to be fair, Mia's in a big court battle against the Grim Reaper for continued access to Limbo.
Richard Nixon is the star witness.
It's going great.
Mia's winning somehow. We're not sure. She did have to punch the judge, and the judge is God, so we're just all really confused.
Just as an aside, Edgeworth, are you sure that's what you want to be executed in?
Yes.
Rabble, 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 rabble. Oh, it's not. It's not Visor Dude. Okay.
It's fancier Edgeworth.
Oh yeah, no, definitely fancier Edgeworth.
He looks like a wannabe vampire.
I mean, his name is Manfred
Von
von Karma.
And now imagine
Yeah.
him on his knees sucking the judge's dick.
I don't want to do that. At least because that's the judge.
I wonder if the judge's pubes look like his beard.
Wow, wow.
Look, we don't talk about it. It's fine. He's going commando under the ropes. We all know it. Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared?
Oh, he 100% has a British accent.
Oh,
Even in Japan,
absolutely.
he has a British accent.
No, no.
Absolutely.
It's vaguely Russian. It's vaguely Russian.
Serious?
Oh god, he's dumbing the judge!
Yeah, he's a power bottom.
Oh boy.
Decisive evidence. I have none, but he's guilty. Well, good enough for me. Mr. Wright, are you ready to give up? No? Well, sucks to be you. Oh, God. Like we needed Gumshoe's testimony.
You do.
Oh boy.
Because he has something. He has some information.
Gumshoe didn't like his last session with Von Karma. He felt Von Karma was too rough on him.
Also, he prefers Edgeworth as his boss.
Hmm.
That's actually
Naturally.
the truth.
Also,
I mean, I'm
how,
not surprised.
how do you think Gumshoe got the bandage on his cheek?
Stubbing too hard, obviously.
Mm-hmm. I'm the one in charge, so... No, you're not. He's guilty! Well, I
What?
guess we're gonna go with that. What's the judge's safe word?
Innocent.
Oh my god, the judge is agreeing.
There's nothing to. There's no contradictory statements in that.
Right.
By the way.
So nothing to press.
Press yes. Present no.
Okay, so what are we pressing? Or are we pressing everything?
The fifth.
Fifth. 1, 2.
But the next morning, a body was found.
Really, Ken, you're supposed to plead the fifth.
Shot through the heart.
And you're too late.
Wait, didn't you hear 2 gunshots?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
22 caliber, that's pretty small.
Mm-hmm. Remember, this is Japan, LA, where gun laws are really strict.
So, Jack's got insane.
I live in the same state as LA. I know how much of a bullshit lie that is.
And the worst part is, California is probably one of the more progressive states.
It is. But
No,
like,
Texas, literally everyone just walks around carrying.
Yep.
Press here.
Detective Gumshoe, mention the murder weapon. Why do we have to teach you every time you testify?
Press him on that new statement.
I mean, it was a 22 caliber pistol, and the guy died to a 22 caliber bullet. It's kind of. Oh God!
he's
Look
a
at that
smug
face.
motherfucker.
Look at that fucking sex face.
Oh no.
Oh, wait till he does his special sprites.
No, boy.
He is ready to fucking whip it out right here and right now.
I can already see him edging. Well, that's pretty damn decisive.
Yeah.
Alright, Edgeworth.
Well, Edgeworth, I hope you're ready for your last meal. Fired 3 times. Interesting. I mean, impressive that you were able to not only, you know, do the autopsy and retrieve the bullet, but then get ballistics in time to arrest Edgeworth and for the trial.
To be fair, they really do have a good ballistics department, surprisingly. I mean,
Yeah.
again, this is LA. Despite strict gun laws, they have a really good ballistics department.
Yeah, LA would definitely, big cities in America in general generally do have good ballistics departments because of, well, all the guns.
I mean, I've been watching Bones, and it makes pretty much everyone except the core cast out to be incompetent, so...
Yeah,
Sort of
that's
biased
Bones.
on that front.
I mean, that's just mostly...
Yeah,
That's
it's police procedurals in general.
Yeah, that's just kind of the vibe.
Jesus Christ, she's 17, Karma. Give her a break. Actually, Judge, you do it.
Wow.
I don't know what you mean either.
I didn't go to school. I don't know how to read.
I
They
got-
just taught me how to bang the gavel.
They just handed me the ropes and the gavel and told me to get out there. I learned from Judge Judy.
really funny is that in the 5th game, you actually learn that their law school is there's a law high school,
Oh god.
and that the three of the three main characters of a case are on the prosecutor track, the defense attorney track, and the judge's track. He snaps.
Phoenix, have you ever considered that maybe Edgeworth did do it? Based on this evidence? Oh god, he actually is going to try and declare the verdict.
No, no, no. Like I said, Karma has some great fucking sprite work.
Also, I am somewhat fatigued. A man of my age doesn't rebound as quickly as he used to.
Oh my! What did George Takei get in here?
It is LA. God damn it. He's so fucking dumbing the judge. Yeah, things aren't looking great. Why didn't you tell me that? I'm your lawyer. You gotta tell me everything, even if you did it.
There's a really fun comic for Ace Attorney that's like, hey, Phoenix, how do you pick your clients? That like says that you always win. And it's like, you get like, you see Phoenix like looking down a list of potential clients like, I'm a bad guy. Yes, I did it. I'm a fucking murderer. I'm actually innocent. Like, it's just like punts on those words.
Yeah.
And you just cut to Phoenix like talking to, yes, Mr. Innocent, I will get you out, I promise. It's like, yeah, that tracks.
I mean, suicides tend to go for the head rather than the heart. It's somewhat easier to aim at the head than the heart. Have to get, like, really contort your wrist to get to the heart.
Shot
Yeah.
to the heart, and you're too late.
Also, really well aimed shot if it managed to hit the heart without hitting any bone.
Yeah.
Edgeworth, do you want to, go to a shooting range and we can see if your aim is actually that good? Oh, don't be so down on yourself, Maya. Yeah, you're useless now. No, I need you here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can try that other okay.
No, it's cruel. It may be slightly correct in comparison to Mia, but it's cruel.
Yep.
Just Edgeworth. No! It's not the thought that counts! I need help!
How? How?
This better not be your off day, right? Shut up, Edgeworth. Just Edgeworth just listening to this, just the look of horror just growing. Who the hell am I being defended by?
A child and my idiot friend from high school.
Great.
Yep, yeah. See, Edgeworth knows what's up.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't be talking so pessimistically right in front of the guy we're, trying to get off a murder charge. Oh yeah, lot of heart. Forgot about that.
Yeah, so strangely, a Texan Los Angeles person.
Oh man, he has already been irritated by her.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
Just
No. Understand, bitch?
Hang on a minute! That's
Exactly.
a left hand!
Yeah, but you wouldn't know the left hand thing from the distance.
I know, but that shot was a left hand! They're saying it's Edgeworth's right hand! I call into question the magic dream picture we got shown. Jesus, give us a chance! We'd still get to cross-examine!
No, you don't. Why would you get to cross-examine? Von Karma has already decided the case. And everything Von Karma says is true.
Also, he's got an earring. That's cool.
Indeed.
God, he is such a dom. Jesus Christ, you're gonna have me held in contempt of court for doing my job?
Yes.
The fuck? I mean, I kind of have to go with I think there was, considering the other option loses us the case. Oh, Jesus. This is... How are we getting treated worse than when we were the murder suspect?
Because it's Von Karma and he's an asshole.
Also, when you were the murder suspect, the person who was basically leading the charge against you was a complete, utter, incompetent buffoon. Not Edgeworth, the other dude.
Yeah. Red, white.
Yeah, no one likes him.
Yeah. Not surprising. He's kind of a shitbag.
So what are we pressing on presenting?
Oh, hold on 1 second, let me just check. It is, press Lotta on her second statement.
Press further?
Press further. Yep.
Oh, geez, that's a real deep objection.
Mm-hmm. Press the third and fourth. Once you get a chance.
Hey, I'm the one who says that. Objection sustained. He didn't even decide the objection, dude. Yeah. That's third.
Wow, that's a deep objection.
It is.
Which is why it's funny you said he had a British accent. Because, like, he decidedly doesn't.
Hmm. Press further.
Which statement was this?
The fourth one.
Yes.
Yes, because
That's not answering the
witnesses.
question, Karma.
Because witnesses obviously haven't lied before, Karma.
Gee, I wonder why a certain thing is a crime. What's it called? Perjury? Was it?
No one would... He wouldn't allow perjury in his court.
And after that?
Press the 5th and 6th statements.
Okay, so we are basically just pressing everything now.
Yes.
They're pertinent questions, my dude. Pertinent. Look that up. It's the exact opposite of meaningless. Von Karma, I think I hate you, not the way I hate Edgeworth.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Edgeworth is your rival. This is Dio.
I think Dio might be, generous.
That sounds pretty sure. I don't know how sure a country gal can be about something. Press further.
Yes. You're essentially waiting until there's a moment.
Jesus Christ, let me talk, dude.
No, he's saying fuck you.
God's sake, Judge! Say your safe word already.
What a smug motherfucker.
Yeah. Make a lot of noise that isn't like words. Hold it. Oh! How sexist of you, Judge, thinking that she couldn't have anything, possibly have anything good to say. Damn. I hope you're ready to spend a night in the lockup for your outburst, Maya. I didn't say shit! Innocent, that's my safe word! Right, I mean
Damn it.
wrong.
Damn it, the judge is safe word. He's free!
Rabble, 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 rabble. I cannot. My safe word was said. I don't listen to you anymore. I can handle a night in the county jail again.
They know I'm the meanest bitch in Loch.
I broke that guy's nose the last time I was in there.
If I go again, I get a free ice cream.
Can Edgeworth stand with me? I feel like he would have a lot to contribute as, you know, a lawyer.
No. Edgeworth is too much of a guilty complex.
Yeah. Badger, where? I love that joke in Futurama with the chicken lawyer.
Oh yeah.
Just to stop badgering the witness. I just love the hyper chicken lawyer anyway. Manages to get an insanity plea by saying by arguing that they hired him. So clearly they're insane.
To be fair, no one would hire him. Yeah.
Press.
Obviously not.
Press
Present.
or
Well, you go.
present.
Present.
Lake
Because
photo?
You have the lake photo.
Yeah.
Because how could she see it?
It's a very good point. Gotcha. No, you don't. Guilty. Well, he said guilty.
And back into the lion's den.
Every time it makes me laugh.
Which is that it looks more like a painting than a photo, with how, you know, unclear it is. You really need to get a better resolution camera.
It's 2001.
That's a good point. God no, I'm a university student. You think I can afford professional high quality film? Hell, it doesn't even like prove that the two figures were men. Oh, for God's sake, Von Karma!
Wow.
My God, man!
Yep.
Wow.
It's in the court record now, Von Karma. You can't get around it.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh. Press on the third statement.
Third statement, okay. Again, telescopes, very expensive for a university student.
Quality telescopes is like, what, $1,000 or something?
Yeah.
Like a good telescope, too.
Yeah, I'm talking like an actual telescope that'll let you see past the atmosphere.
Von Karma! The camera is completely relevant to the case when one of your main pieces of evidence is a photograph from the camera!
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird that he does this.
It's almost like he's a complete and utter corrupt hack.
Yeah. I wonder
Phoenix! He can't... like... Yes! Press further.
why. Yep.
Again, of course it is. It's literally like the vehicle for one of the key pieces of evidence. We proved that piece of evidence wrong. There's reasonable doubt, though obviously that doesn't matter in LA.
Correct.
Wow, I sounded really good. All that time practicing in front of the mirror really helped out. It did embarrass me in front of Maya and Edgeworth, and, you know, them seeing each other there in my bedroom with the mirror was embarrassing all in of itself, but it's beside the point.
I wouldn't look so smug, Maya. Present.
Present.
Maya.
I assume Lotta's camera that because it faces the lake.
Actually, wait. Press her first, and then present. I wonder.
Edgeworth never thinks straight, if you know what I mean.
Good lord, that man's voice is deep.
Yeah.
It just throws you every time.
Challenge intellect.
Oh boy.
Miss Hart, are you sure you want? Miss Hart, are you sure you want to be a witness for this guy? You can come over to our side, change your testimony a bit. Seriously, nothing happens to you if you change your testimony. And, you know, we won't insult you much.
Not nearly as much as this fucker.
So, and then present on the camera statement.
Yes. What do you think you have to present there?
Again, Lotta's camera, seeing as it faces the lake.
That's a lie. I call horseshit.
Von Karma. Mr. Wright, I clearly explained to you that the reason she didn't is because she's an idiot. Well, that does make some sense. Guilty.
To be fair, I think there's a better answer here. Rabble, 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 rabble.
Judge, what do you think I'm driving at? What else could I be driving at?
Before you go further, Mill, what do you think Wright is about to say? What do you think Lotta was taking pictures of?
Oh, God.
I want you to tell me.
Oh, no. It's gonna be something absolutely insane.
Jack, you could also play. In my little game.
Trying to take a picture of the Loch Ness monster, or the local equivalent thereof.
The Parrot.
Okay.
Trying to take pictures of the Parrot.
Okay, now press forward. Show evidence.
Oh, it is the fucking Loch Ness monster.
Oh my god.
Lotta Hart is a monster chaser. I love Lotta.
Oh, the Sadian god leg that I created. I mean, had nothing to do with. I don't dupe civilians in my free time.
Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I love this case so fucking much.
I have proof.
Yes. What do you think you have to present? What do you think you have to present?
Is it the newspaper again?
No. It's real obvious, boy. Real obvious. Yep,
Oh, is it just the camera?
Yep.
Okay.
That was a face she made.
Mm-hmm.
In fairness, shooting stars don't tend to, you know, make much noise.
Correct.
Also, does she have lifts in her shoes?
Would not be surprised.
Ah, fuck, we proved the wrong thing.
Hence why he was like, this is bullshit.
Seriously, Miss Hart, you can come over to our side. We will not blame you. And we will not call you so stupid.
I think you need to press the second gunshot, but I could be wrong.
Well, we definitely need to press the gunshot thing at some point, considering the gun was fired 3 times, but she only heard 2 shots.
I thought the gun was fired. I thought it was that the gun was fired twice, but as you hear 2 shots, but the original testimony by Gumshoe only indicated 1.
No. Murder weapon 22 caliber fired 3 times.
Oh, okay.
So...
No, it's not! Thank God Maya said his safe word. Thank God.
It's the only reason you're still in this game to begin with. Are you playing this on Steam, Mill?
Yes.
Okay. You're gonna want to press the second statement first.
Right. UFO?
UFO. I only said that so you can get an achievement.
Right.
Did that proc?
Not yet.
Nah.
Not that I can see.
Okay, press it on the 7th statement.
7th. Okay, so that's 3, 4.
It's there wasn't much else for me to look at. This one.
Press it then.
Yep. Oh, sorry. You want to present on it? I misread the.
Oh.
Oh well.
It's fine. There's 2 more statements, so just go back 1. Hold your hush puppies, pup.
Okay, so presenting.
The Gordy article.
Oh my god.
Hey, I didn't agree to testify to be insulted, okay? Actually, it's in the standard witness contract. Why would you put this in the contract, Gumshoe?
I said too many things about my hard evidence.
Look, we had to punish him somehow. But we can't just, you know, put it in his contract. If we put it in one contract, we put it in them all. But my lawyer read the contract. You think the lawyers' union doesn't stop all lawyers from pointing that clause out? It's the only fun we get in court. Except for Von Karma, he gets a lot of different fun.
I can't wait to get you guys to the 5th court case.
Oh, God.
You're gonna have so much fun with the characters.
Oh boy.
I think that's the only one that Gumshoe isn't in.
Oh, wow.
I think.
Man, Phoenix is pretty good at this law stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's weird.
She wanted to be a murder witness. That's the whole point of this.
Oh,
Insane.
jeez.
She's worse than the old bag.
The judge is just like, Jesus fucking Christ, this is the worst witness ever.
Phoenix goes, may I present Wendy old bag? Lotta isn't that bad, comparatively.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm sure I said this when it came up in the last stream, but enlarging the photo would do nothing.
Yeah, but this is magic.
It's the zoom and enhance cliche.
It's magic photography.
It shows Von Karma was also on the boat and on his knees? What was he doing? Oh.
Oh no.
Phoenix, like you know, Edgeworth wouldn't go to the chair if you fuck this up.
Yeah, you know what to say.
Make a show the enlargement. Oh no, now. Oh.
You know what I'm gonna tell you to do.
Oh my.
Jesus Christ, why are all the prosecutors so fucking corrupt?
Because
I
they're cops.
wonder.
Because they're cops, Mel.
Rabble, rabble.
Show us the enlargement.
Okay, just pulls the robes, pulls the judge's robes up.
Ugh. I love this fucking music.
Yeah.
Chase?
It's so great.
It's so good. It's just like, oh yes.
Tell me you think Edgeworth would dress like that? That man is so extra, his fucking pajamas have a cravat.
To be fair, you can't see the cravat in this.
Fair point, but he would never wear something so drab as an overcoat.
He was actually, if you remember back.
Was he?
He was wearing a gray coat in the opening cinematic.
Oh, fair enough.
Hey Mill, what was that thing you were telling me about before about left hands? What does that photo show?
Oh my god, we've got this! We've fucking got this!
I love this goddamn game.
This is an objection if ever I fucking saw one. Was she really a decisive witness? I'm not sure that's something that applies to her.
Object to the enlargement.
Yep.
Rabble.
Isn't it great when like Phoenix Wright actually makes sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't like bullshit?
Left hand.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, the pistol.
Yep.
Gas! Shock! Egad!
However, he's still going to the chair. But why? Those are the rules.
You have
Why
to
are those the
prove
rules?
someone else guilty of the murder.
Okay, I'm willing to wager it's Von Karma for no reason in particular besides the fact that he's a smug prick.
I mean, it was the rule that Von Karma himself introduced 40 years ago.
Oh,
I wonder why.
Again, that doesn't mean you can prosecute Edgeworth. This is not our job. We are a defense lawyer, not a detective. This is Gumshoe's job. Get him to do this.
Unfortunately, Phoenix Wright. You've seen what our actual detectives are like.
Love this goddamn game.
Please say we get to blame Larry.
Just say the victim himself, please. I don't want you to lose points.
But I want to blame Larry.
Larry's guilty of a lot of things. You'll find out, I promise. You have 3 games of that man.
But unfortunately, a crime we've convened this court, so a crime must have been committed, and suicide isn't a crime. So Edgeworth in the chair.
There was no gun residue.
Yeah, gunshot residue would well, that's still point blank range, but there wouldn't be as much gunshot residue
Exactly.
if it was like directly next to the victim.
Yeah.
At least we know it wasn't a sniper shot.
Yep.
No, no, no.
Again, the prosecution is obliged to share all evidence that they receive with the defense. Admittedly, I'm basing that off the American justice system in, police procedurals, but I feel like that's at least more accurate than this.
Mill, remember, lawyers can only present evidence when it's dramatically appropriate.
Mm-hmm.
This is a conundrum, and I've thought too hard today as it is. We'll deal with this tomorrow. We still got 2 days of trial. Oh wow, he's actually doing this. He really can't be bothered thinking this through, so he's just gonna let us do it.
Oh my god.
You should have been, though!
Live another day.
There is no evidence that proves you did it anymore. We weren't saying you did, but you gotta stop giving us the bedroom eyes and give us what you know. Phoenix, just tell her thanks anyway. You know what Edgeworth was trying to say. He's a tsundere like that. Again, I'm really hoping that we get to point out that, the gun was fired 3 times and, yeah, she only heard 2 shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Well, I'm back in jail. Good thing I still have my prison tats to reinforce my reputation.
Scare off.
I mean, yeah, she did more than we did at that point. We just sort of floundered around.
You did good, Maya. You did good.
Talk for time.
Seeing as how this is your first official offense.
I don't think that's true, but sure.
First thing she's been caught for and actually, you know, technically convicted. Actually,
I have an actual... She's like, I have an actual rap sheet now.
is contempt of court an actual, like, criminal charge?
It is a charge,
Yes.
yes.
Mostly
No,
just
I
like...
don't know if it's considered. I know it's considered a misdemeanor. I don't know if it
It's
really.
not a felony offense. It's not a felony offense. You're not gonna go to jail for it.
Yeah.
It's just a misdemeanor. You'll be fined and evicted from the court, basically.
Yep.
Oh, fuck. Maya, I hope you're ready to spend the night in jail, because we do not have any money. Why not? You kept spending them on,
Burgers and Steel Samurai merch.
yeah.
And when I say burgers, I mean air quotes burgers.
Oh, like jelly donuts.
Yes. Exactly.
Why do I picture giant bales of money every time I hear the word bail? Because it's only there to penalize the poor. No, you probably shouldn't have when Phoenix was literally relying on her help a lot of the time.
Okay, you can leave. Go to Gourd Lake.
Oh god, are we talking to Larry again?
Nope. Go to the woods.
Into the woods. Into the woods. Sorry.
You're fine.
Thank you.
Fiance
Yeah, Fiance.
is Queen Key.
Fiance.
Oh Jesus, don't come
Wait.
out of nowhere, Gumshoe.
Also, don't come out of nowhere.
God damn it, again.
Look, if you're gonna do this, Bill, I'm gonna play up.
No,
your
no,
game.
no, I'm fully on board with you joining in.
Oh my.
I assume we're just
Go
talking.
through. Yeah,
Assume
go
we're just
through all
talking
three.
to Gumshoe, yeah. Oh boy, I think I know what witness that is. Again, they have to tell us who the witness is so we can be prepared when we cross-examine.
Nope. It's again dramatic irony.
I'm pretty sure it's like, if we're speaking legally, yes, they are supposed to, like, all the lawyers are supposed to examine all the witnesses, but, like, yeah.
That incident.
The L6 incident. Yeah, do you think you could, you know, spot me some of that bail money?
Dude, pal, I live in this coat. You think I have money?
No, well, when you put it like that, no.
I was kind of hoping, you know, you might be willing to, I don't know, sell yourself.
Just keep pressing through.
Look, that's nice and all, but it doesn't really help us get Maya out.
Hmm. Oh! Thank you,
okay,
Edgeworth.
go.
Oh, we can eat again this week.
Yeah, don't you know, pal? Edgeworth is rolling in dough. He owns a
Quite
whole apartment
literally.
building. A whole tower, actually.
It's completely rent controlled as well. Except for this one apartment where he just keeps ratcheting up the rent. Oh no.
Some guy named Bus lives there?
I knew I shouldn't have had Larry sign my lease. Jesus Christ. Phoenix, just get him to be a sugar daddy already. Are we doing anything else here?
Nope, move. You have to go back to the detention center and get Maya.
Wow.
Look, you don't know the chaos we had to take care of after you left prison the last time. You literally,
Julio still can't.
you literally,
Julio, kill-
you literally
Sorry.
made a cartel owner your bitch.
Julio still can't walk, and he's crying.
We
Wait,
had
I thought they
to.
segregated prisons by sex. She crossed the boundary somehow. We still don't know how.
This is like the second time you've been in here, Maya. So.
It was actually 20 million yen. I mean, $20 million.
I was about to say, we don't know why they posted the bail in yen. It was kind of weird. Do we leave again then?
Yes. Now that you have Maya, go back to Gourd Lake.
Hey, Lotta.
Lotta.
Being a witness is a really big responsibility. I really felt the pressure of life and death on my shoulders.
Just talk to her about all three things.
Yeah. Also, you think you're gonna witness another murder?
It's Phoenix. She's like, if honestly, hanging around YouTube, I'll probably witness at least 4
Yeah.
today. I still gotta eat. I'm a college student. You know how high.
No, it's even worse.
Here.
It's even worse. She's an freelance investigative photographer.
Yeah.
You've seen how fucking Peter Parker does.
True.
Yep.
I'm just the exception. Deal.
Oh wow, she can recognize that we're poor.
That's hilarious.
So now we're not only searching for a murderer, we're searching for a mythical lake monster.
Yes. Remember,
Oh,
Gourd
boy.
Lake is also a man-made lake. Go to the public beach.
Let me guess, Larry's gonna be there.
Maybe.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
I did think that that was a bit weird that was there. Oh god, Larry.
Fiance.
Look at all those different flags. Larry, why is your hand in your sleeve?
Because he's an idiot. You know, when he looks like that, he's not actually that bad.
Yeah.
It's just, you know.
About a month.
Okay, move on. Back to criminal affairs.
Hey, Gumshoe. Do you think you could fake a lake monster sighting?
He'll give you one better.
Again?
Investigation.
Not personally, no.
The only cryptid I know is that thing to my back right, to my back left.
It moves when you don't look at it.
Just don't make sure you're not in a room alone with a sword.
Oh, Jesus.
Again, he'll do you one better.
Secret weapons? Missile? Oh. Do we get to hang out with a dog?
Oh. Fun. Here's a fun fact. It's actually based on the creator's dog missile.
Aww.
Aww.
Look, Nick, cute dog. Well, that's all we're getting out of her for the next hour.
I mean, I don't blame her. Like, who wouldn't love such a sweet, lovable guy?
Oh.
Fishing pole.
Remember, this is the police department's best and brightest.
This is my own personal fishing pole. I brought it from home. Yes, Detective Gumshoe, we're all very proud of you, but show and tell is not until Thursday. Never know till you try, pal. No, please. I'm already overwhelmed by our choices. Jesus, Phoenix.
A metal detector.
And we'd like...
You want the metal detector.
Right. Do we get to borrow Missile in a later case?
Missile just shows up intermittently.
Okay.
I mean, you can borrow Missile. He's not relevant to this case, unfortunately.
Back to the beach then?
Yeah. You want to go to the public beach? Move. Boat rental shop.
Aha. Beep, beep, beep. You're the intern.
Huh. Weird.
An air tank? With Larry's flags?
I wonder what's that about.
Why would Gordy be able to hide in the bushes?
Weird. Go back to the public beach.
Present to Larry?
No, talk to Larry.
Talk to Larry. Talk to Larry?
Oh, no, sorry. Yes, you were right. Present. Is it yours?
Larry, I can tell when you're lying. You have a very obvious tell. You know,
And that you are
that very clear twitching.
Go diving in the middle of winter.
Who mentioned diving in the middle of winter, Larry? No, Larry, there isn't. Everyone
There
thinks
are
they're
individual
tacky.
flags.
To go diving.
Yeah, that's probably something that inane.
No, Larry, we're not accusing you of murder. A lot of other crimes, yes, but not murder.
Including crimes against taste.
Mm-hmm. Larry, I am your lawyer. You refuse to hire anyone else. And considering you haven't paid my bill from last time, you won't be able to hire anyone else. Well, Larry, she is right. Oh, right.
Talk to him now?
No, still nothing.
Oh, weird.
Should I present it again and choose the other option?
You wanna answer inflate something.
Oh, right. That is not what I picked. ask more about the tank?
Yes.
Tell us your embarrassing stories, Mr. Butts. Oh, we
Maya.
do not have the time for that.
Maya, do you want to be here until the heat death of the universe, or
You want a comprehensive list or just a short list?
the short list will get us to at least the end of humanity? That looks like something. I'm not gonna say it, but it looks like something.
Yeah.
Oh my. Excuse me.
Wait, night before last. Isn't that when the murder happened?
Yep.
Yup. Guess who's the witness?
Larry, you son of a bitch! Not only are you betraying us by testifying against us, you made me think there was gonna be a parrot for a witness. Now I know it was just a rat.
Yeah, so Larry created a cryptid.
I am not remotely surprised.
God, fucking love this case.
Damn it. No! I give you an allowance. Phoenix sob.
Talk to her. Yeah.
Gordy
Gordy
doesn't
doesn't
exist.
exist.
Yeah.
Present the air tank.
An idiot who happens to be a friend of mine.
I mean, that isn't incorrect.
Yeah, I can see how it looks similar.
Mm.
Ah, this is where the parrot comes in. Thank God.
Oh my god.
At 11:50. Which is about
Again.
when Larry said he was out there?
Right, but remember, the gun went off 3 times.
That's a good point.
So you have 2 photos now. One of the gunshot and one of another time. I wonder.
I mean, I can't blame Edgeworth if he chose to try and shoot Larry while he was out on the lake. It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess. The legend of Larry, familiar to all who know him for any length of time. He's a fucking moron.
When something smells, it's usually the butts.
Damn it, Larry.
Oh, damn it.
Go to the boat rental shop.
Yep. Larry, you're a fucking moron.
Go to the caretaker's shack. You want to move in?
I'll move.
Do it. It's the Parrot,
Pop up, motherfuckers.
and it's an old man. Meg, is that you? Hi, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick.
Meg! Keith's back with Meg! I'm Meg.
Meg.
You handle this. I'll leave this one up to you, Maya.
You're the public relations head. We both know that's an empty title.
Finally made up your mind, have you?
Run the pasta
Run the
shop?
pasta shop when I'm gone. Pasta? Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. You make your old man proud.
I mean, good thing is, I don't think we'll have to work hard to find contradictions.
When you kids left the house, how am I supposed to do to keep this place going? An old man like me? Polly, the kids are home. Hello, hello, squawk.
The wet
The
noodle.
wet noodle
It's
is
not a
all yours, Sonny.
it's not a bad name for a pasta shop, to be fair.
There have been worse names.
Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. Wow, Nick, you should be a detective or something.
I just want to show you another character who owns a ramen shop
Oh no.
in this universe.
Yep, and he's asleep.
Ugh. Posted the image in stream chat.
Of course he runs a fucking ramen place.
Yep. His name is Guy L. Dune, by the way, that character.
Oh wow.
Well,
Talk to the sleeping old man.
I want to examine the parrot first.
It ignored me.
So so the parrot can only say hello. Yes, added the parrot.
yeah.
You now step from the current into the court into your pocket.
Okay. To think, the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. Secrets of dough tossing.
Oh boy.
Best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen. But we live in the East. No, we don't. Best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies.
I mean,
Sure.
technically true.
It's just very far west.
Incredibly far west. I am gonna laugh when, you know, we think that the old man is going up to witness stand, but it's actually gonna be the parrot. Palace of Pasta. Though now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. Yo, dude, we want to ride on in one of your boats. So I just give him carbonara.
Dude. You are in one of your boats. Dude.
Oh god, the parrot is going to be the witness.
Oh my god.
What's the number to the safe? 1128. Jesus Christ. Polly, what's his PIN number?
What's his social? 00000002.
Damn, Roosevelt.
Thank you.
The code is 123456.
1228. I've got it memorized. We're so stealing his stuff. Where's the safe? Where is it?
Present to him your. Did you present your attorney's badge?
No, not yet.
Do that.
Oh, I was hoping we could use this. Yep. This gold guy's the first person to recognize my badge.
Oh my god.
I knew showing it to everyone would come in handy someday.
You understand why I laughed when you said you were gonna do that to everyone.
Yep. No, I'm not Keith. Actually, no, I am Keith, but I became a lawyer instead of a pasta chef. I'm sorry.
Keith would never become a defense attorney. He knows how much I hate them.
I can't stop shaking my fist. My arthritis has sort of kicked in. I'm promising to run the noodle whatever you say again.
I know.
Maya,
That's fair.
this will be a more consistent source of income than the lawyer job will ever be. We haven't gotten paid once, Maya. We are literally living on your inheritance.
Which is sizable, don't get me wrong. But
Also, I had a dream to run a pasta restaurant.
it's funny you say that.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my god.
I want to tell you how much what happens in later cases. So bad.
It's fine. We will wait. We will be patient. So what are we doing?
Did you mention little Terry?
No, he has not mentioned little Terry.
Try talking about Polly again. Oh, present the lake photo.
Oh, okay. First or second?
Like the one that says lake photo.
Right. Okay, Dad. We are manipulating an old man cruelly for this.
This is so... I feel so bad for him.
Since you're taking over the shop and all. Probably night. Bang. Second bang. Can we ask Polly? Little Terry. Is he actually talking about Gumshoe, or is he talking about
Yes.
Larry?
No, he's talking about Gumshoe. Weird.
That's interesting.
I like to imagine the parrot's voice just deepened into this like really dark foreboding. Don't forget DL6. Ah, want a cracker?
Oh, you want a cracker? What the fuck? Who is this old man?
Dad, let me in. I need to run the wet noodle. Hey Gumshoe, it's not that well. Oh God, it's been 3 hours. We spent 3 hours talking to that old man.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. We have no fucking clue. We're just gonna wing it when the judge asks.
We're pretending, honestly.
Edgeworth's life is literally at stake.
Talk to him about the DL6.
Already did. He's saying
Present Polly.
what? Why did you just pull a parrot out of your pocket, Mr. Wright?
Don't ask.
It's fair if I don't try explaining this to you.
That's supposed to be top secret information. Who let a parrot read the DL6 file? Sorry, Gumshoe. It's always showing.
Damn it, Tom!
Tom's always
It was
showing
the-
fucking animals' case files.
It was actually the chief.
Not really, but if we convince Gumshoe, it'll work on anyone. They're all idiots.
What? What did he say?
I'm just making fun of Gumshoe and everyone
Yeah.
else being fucking idiots.
To be fair, that's the entire police department.
Yeah.
It doesn't get better.
Well, yeah, we're doing fucking Gumshoe's job for him.
Yeah.
We've literally done more detective work than him in these cases.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. December 28th, 2001.
Wild.
But wait, isn't this game supposed to be set in 2001?
I thought it was.
Maybe they changed it for the trilogy release.
Maybe.
Possibly.
The case is closed. The statute of limitations ends.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Elevator of the district courthouse.
Yes, actually.
Three people were trapped in the elevator. 5 hours for them to be rescued. Objection. If the electricity was turned off, the lights would have been off and he wouldn't have been able to see.
He was also, what, 4? 5?
9, I think. Gregory Edgeworth. That sounds like he looks like the type of person to name his son Miles.
He also looks quite a bit like a Gregory.
Yeah. We already knew that.
Oh.
Yanni Yogi?
Yep.
Yami Yugi's evil cousin.
The dude in the middle does not look like a clerk.
He's the bailiff. He was the bailiff 15 years ago. And Hammond was the defense attorney.
Oxygen deprived, so much so that he had brain damage.
Weird.
Funny that.
I wonder who it could be.
Hmm.
Well, no matter. It doesn't really matter.
I mean, we probably shouldn't take the originals, but we should, photocopy all that we can.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have photocopiers in L.A.
Oh, this is a good stopping point then.
Probably is, actually, yeah. We've only been going for hour 45, but yeah.
We'd be
Okay.
going for another hour at least. if we
Probably,
got-
Oh,
yeah.
And, like, once we get to the next bit, it's gonna be a whole thing.
Mhm.
I'm
You're
not
gonna want to
surprised.
keep going.
Well, that is the stream then, in terms of future stuff. Saturday is the fall anime wrap-up, as well as the awards. Sunday is more D&D. We return to the main campaign, though I feel relatively safe in saying that there's going to be some cameos from the One Shot Club.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be interesting to see how that's done. Tuesday will be Fuzzy and I doing something. I can't promise what it is, because every time I do, it ends up being something else, so I'm just going to stop bothering. It'll be something involving Fuzzy and I, most likely, which is, means that on Tuesday it'll probably just be me, but we'll see. And then next Thursday, we will continue on with the second day of the trial, and, hopefully keeping Edgeworth out of the electric chair.
Mm-hmm. I desperately need you guys to get to the 5th case.
We are doing our best.
But I'm glad you got to meet the parrot.
Yeah. Oh, God. I hope the parrot's going to be there when the old guy testifies. I really hope that's the case. But that is something we'll have to find out next week. Otherwise, as always, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Good night.
Later.
Good night, everybody.